Have you ever been peacefully petting your cat? Everything seems perfect, the purring is loud, the eyes are half closed, and suddenly, bite. Not a serious bite, not a painful attack, just a quick little chomp on your hand. And you're left thinking, wait, what just happened? Did I do something wrong? Did my cat suddenly get angry? Or was my cat actually trying to tell me something? Because here's the interesting thing. In many cases, when cats bite us, they're not being aggressive at all. They're communicating. Cats don't speak our language. They don't have words to say, hey, stop that, or, excuse me, I need your attention. So they use the tools nature gave them: body language, tail movements, ears, and sometimes their teeth. One of the most common reasons cats bite is surprisingly simple. They want your attention. Think about how cats communicate with each other. When kittens play together, they nibble, pounce, and gently bite. It's part of their language. So when your cat gives you a little bite, it can actually mean something like, hey, you, human, focus on me. Maybe you've been working on your laptop for too long. Maybe you're scrolling on your phone. Maybe your cat has been sitting next to you patiently, waiting. First, they try the polite signals. They sit nearby. They stare at you. They rub against your arm. They meow. And if none of that works, well, sometimes a gentle bite is the next step. It's basically the feline version of tapping someone on the shoulder. Another very common reason for biting is something called petting overstimulation. This surprises many cat owners. Dogs often enjoy endless petting. The more attention, the happier they seem. Cats are a little different. Many cats enjoy affection, but only up to a certain point. Imagine someone rubbing your shoulder nonstop for 10 minutes. Even if it felt nice at first, eventually you'd probably say, okay, that's enough. Cats feel the same way, but instead of saying it with words, they show warning signs. Before a bite happens, your cat usually gives several signals. Their tail may start flicking back and forth. Their ears might rotate slightly sideways. Their body may tense up. The purring might stop. These are basically your cat saying, all right, we're reaching the limit here. If the petting continues despite these signals, a small bite may follow. Not as punishment, but as a clear message. Please stop now. In a strange way, it's actually honest communication. Your cat isn't pretending to enjoy something they don't like. They're setting boundaries. And that's something many cat lovers eventually learn to respect. Now here's another fascinating reason cats sometimes bite us. They may be warning us about something. Cats are incredibly observant animals. They notice things long before we do: strange sounds, unfamiliar scents, movement outside the window. Sometimes a cat becomes tense or alert because they sense something unusual in their environment. If you're nearby and not paying attention, a quick bite can actually mean, hey, something's going on. Look. Many cat owners have stories where their cat behaved strangely right before something happened: a loud noise outside, another animal near the house, or even a visitor approaching the door. Cats are constantly scanning the world around them. In their minds, they might simply be trying to get their humans' attention. Another reason for biting is play behavior. Cats are natural hunters. Even indoor cats that sleep on soft blankets still carry the instincts of a predator. Their brains are wired for stalking, chasing, pouncing, and biting. If your hand moves like prey, wiggling fingers, sudden movement, your cat's hunting instincts may activate, and suddenly your hand becomes the target. This doesn't mean your cat thinks your hand is food. It just means their brain switched into play hunt mode. This is especially common with young cats or cats that don't have enough interactive play. When they have lots of energy and no toy nearby, sometimes the nearest moving object becomes the toy. And unfortunately for us, that object is often our hand. But here's the really important thing to understand. Most cat bites in these situations are not aggression. They're communication. They're signals. They're messages in a language that cats have been using for thousands of years. The challenge for us, as humans, is learning to read that language. When we start noticing the small signals, the tail movements, the ears, the change in posture, we begin to understand our cats much better. And the amazing thing is, once you learn those signals, the bites often happen much less. Because you respond before your cat needs to escalate the message. You stop petting when they show signs of overstimulation. You give them attention when they ask for it. You redirect their hunting instincts with toys instead of your hands. And over time, your cat learns something too. They learn that their human understands them. And that creates something really special: trust. At the end of the day, cats aren't mysterious creatures trying to confuse us. They're actually incredibly honest communicators. When a cat bites gently, it's often not anger. It's not betrayal. It's just a tiny, toothy sentence in the language of cats. A message that says, "Listen to me." And when we start listening, we realize our cats have been talking to us all along.